Good morning. This is Ann Diener. I own Our Planet Outright, and today it was amazing. Finally, after my negative install, we finally recorded that our solar core is coming back, and that is the old solar core. Even the nasty handler here actually said, "Oh, I can't believe the solar core is coming back," but it is, and it's blaring hot, which is amazing. And it took a lot of work to get it that way. Basically, I had to stop many times as I was driving to continue the energy or the electrical path to my body. This is hard work as our negative holder to get our sun and our solar core lined up together. It is physical work that's done by me, our negative holder. And I did provide the testimony that deposed Donald Trump, who stole election 2016, and Leahy has continued to keep speaking tours here at my house. And it's terrible because I found out he signed a contract with the Sheriff's Department for monitoring. And when I was driving, trying to hold on to our solar core, he said something like, "Let me see what our deputies are doing." And one of them was writing a ticket, and that guy pulled down our solar core. That's very disturbing, and it's very uncomfortable. Leahy's very aware of psychic phenomenon, and he tries to work with it, but he's also a master of disguises. He pretends to be a nice man, while in reality he's really hurt my project and our project. It's our project for our entire country and for our world. We have a sun now that's fixed. It's rehabilitating itself with a powerful solar core that's strong and that's fighting forward to clean up our star system. And that's what it's used for. We are a constitutional country. We're going into an election. This is the election of 2020. There are lots of great candidates, hopefully, on the ballot. We have Bernie Sanders, hopefully, who should come back in, and Joe Biden is running, and also Justin Amash. And Donald Trump did steal 2016. He is a financial criminal. He did, basically, he laundered drug money for the housing that I testified against. And I still have not gotten those depositions. And those depositions do need to be filed. I do know that the housing is probably going bankrupt because in reality there was too much housing. And that was known from the beginning. I tried to prevent the housing by testifying against it. I can speak publicly. I can speak to the media. I'm not sure why Patrick Leahy thinks he has any rights to my personal belongings or my life. Just because he knew Gordon Duff and Gordon Duff implanted my brain does not give him any right to me nor my life. And Stevenson put something in my face. Big deal. I own our planet, I own our star system, and I've been working hard on this phenomenon to actually make our star system the best and brand new, basically, rehabilitated. And that's my work to do as our negative holder. And Stevenson, I guess he named me in some contract that he had, and they told him to take it all. And in reality, he had no rights to take it all. This is my project. I started it by revoking my agreements. He would have never done that. I sat here for hours and hours and hours doing that to place our core. And that was work that I did. No one had a right to do my work. He should have sat there and revoked his agreements in his house with an audience listening and see who he was. He wasn't me. Leahy is not me. Leahy is not our negative holder. Leahy revoked none of his agreements. Donald Trump obviously did not revoke his agreements. And, I mean, Donald Trump basically, I have lots of evidence and data that needs to be put into a deposition form. We do have nuclear components that have been identified in 128 buildings. And those are buildings that could be set to go off with the stupid handler guys. And we've been trying to stop them. They need to be brought forward in a war crimes tribunal professionally, and they need to be asked questions repeatedly. They're the ones who should be interrogated as to where are those buildings. And that's something we need to know as American citizens. How many of us watched on September 11th as people fled the buildings, the Twin Towers? There were 3,500 people that were killed that day. In 128 buildings, how many would die? That's these people. Is Leahy participating with them? We do need to ask those questions. And those are serious questions. They're not just sitting here with speaking tours, trying to figure out who's in command and what's going on. Donald Trump may be speaking in the media. Is he going to speak about the 128 buildings with the nuclear components that Robert Mercer put in them? We need him to speak up and actually answer the question, do you know which buildings they are, so we can take out the nuclear components? And I'm serious about that. Anyone would be. We would want to protect the thousands of lives inside. That's thousands of lives times 128. Who's responsible for those? So I own our planet, and I do take my responsibilities seriously. I certainly don't make a heck of a lot of money because I have been waiting for these depositions, and Leahy has kept speaking tours over my home during the entire time. Initially, Leahy had promised me, or they had promised me, $5 million for my project, and so I found out he got to keep my money. He gave $22 million of mine to the disgusting Russian handler who runs speaking tours, Gordon Duff, at Veterans Today. And there's $26 million remaining somewhere, and that money should be mine and not theirs. I deserve a nice check for the work I've done for the last 3 years, and to provide my deposition testimony professionally in writing and swear in a court of law. I can definitely speak to the media, and I'm fully capable to speak directly to the Department of Defense, to congressional members, and to definitely represent our country very well. I apologize that sometimes I'm not perfect, but it's been very difficult with Leahy and Trump and speaking tours running from my home criminally here, while poor law enforcement, I found out it was Leahy who contracted with them. And they're not responsible for my project, nor are they responsible for this home. I mean, it would be nice if they paid me for the planet. It would be nice if every single person actually knew I did our negative install. That way every single American could give me $1. If every single American gave me $1 for our negative install, I'd be much happier, and to know every single American, to be able to shake their hand this season on the campaign trail. And that's where I should be, not sitting here at home on a Tuesday complaining. At least I did my work with our solar core this morning, and I'm asking that Senator Leahy back off from speaking tours. Let the Sheriff's Department and the Oceanside Police Department know that this is my home and you have no monitoring rights anymore. Have a good day. And please, the Navy should get here with my depositions. And also we need to talk about, this is nice, the solar core can actually remove the space contaminants, the nuclear waste that's found in space. So that's a nice benefit. Have a good day.